Hey, what's going on guys? John here, and today I wanted to do a video review for the Frigidaire Dehumidifier. So in this video, I'm just going to go through some of the functionality of this particular unit and walk you through it. You may find with some of the Frigidaire units, these could have a little bit different design, but generally will have similar features. So let's really just go through all the functionality of this. So starting with the unit itself, you have a few different options with these units. You can actually get them in different sizes in terms of the capacity of what will be held in the dehumidifier. So if you're going to be emptying this manually, let's say you've got this in a basement space, it obviously will be something where you won't have to empty it as frequently if you've got a larger capacity bin. Some of these units may also have an option to hook up a hose to it, and you could have it automatically, disperse any of the water that's picked up, any of the humidity that's picked up in the air into a space if you have that option. With this, it's fairly straightforward. You have a pretty long cord. As you can see, I've got this plugged in, so that's one nice perk. You have a nice handle here on the top, so this can actually push down, and it can also increase up. So if I want to roll this around, it's on wheels, so I can easily move it and kind of slide it. You have a power indicator here on this one, on-off button. You can reset the filter as it's been replaced or cleaned, and then it has indicators to let you know whether or not the bucket is full and whether or not the filter needs to be cleaned. You have your humidity level here, so it's going to give you an idea of what's actually happening, and we'll demo this in a second, in terms of the humidity level in the air. Typically, in a basement space, I believe you probably want to be around like the 50 to 60 percentile range. If it gets a lot higher than that, then you get really high humidity. You could end up having some issues in the basement with like mold and things like that. So this is obviously going to be a 100% requirement in those kind of like more summer, hotter months where you're going to want to be running this in those damper spaces. You also have a fan speed here, so you can go between high, medium, and low. And then I've also got a timer option here, so you can set a lock as well as set the timer if you want to run it for a specific amount of time. In terms of energy consumption, I do actually have a similar unit that I'm running in my basement as of now, and I've seen this probably consuming anywhere from about 200 to 250 watts at a given time. So it's really not too bad. It's almost like a mini, like a quarter of a space heater typically would be about 1500 watts to give you a comparison. Now let's go through a little demo. If we hit on, currently I have it on low, and it's going to read out the humidity level. We can actually hit up or down, so I can set this specifically if I want the humidity to be 45. It'll do that, and then this will basically pick up, and eventually I can open the basin on the bottom. I have the timer settings here, so if I want, I can set it for, I believe that would be like a half hour, and I could now, increase any of this if I want, or change settings. Right now the filter does need to be cleaned, but overall that's basically what it'll show you if that needs to happen. This particular model has a filter here on the back, so that's basically what we have here, and you also have the ability to open the basin from the bottom. So usually with most dehumidifiers, you're kind of just pulling this out, and then there's a large water basin here in the base. It's a little hard for me to pull this off while holding the camera, but the idea is that this will fill up with water. You have a carrying handle in here, and you can pick this up, bring it to like the sink or outside, and just simply dump it. So very, very easy to use, simple to function with, and something that I definitely recommend for those damper spaces. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you found the video review helpful.